right, team, let's get started. Well, now that we've all had a turn behind the wheel, let's review the marketplace that this new Eagle Talon is competing in. Sue, why don't you run down the facts for us?
Sure, Chief. Well, you already know that as a sporty subcompact coupe, Talon is competing in what is probably the most crowded market segment today. Even so, Talon has stood out since its introduction. With sleek aero lines, plenty of upscale standard features, and 3 distinct models, Talon is targeted to appeal to a wide range of buyers. Typically young singles who put a premium on value, but who don't want to sacrifice styling and performance. To say that Talon has done very well in this segment is an understatement.
And with an inside and out freshening for 1992, Talon is bound to reinforce its image as a contemporary touring coupe. Motorsports and Talon's impressive winning record are a big part of that equation, too. You can't help but attract attention by winning races. And that kind of attention often translates to the showroom traffic and sales.
You're right. Winning cars are in the public's eye, Cliff. I think a key to this model's success is its uncanny ability to offer buyers the best of both worlds by combining state-of-the-art Japanese and American assembly and engineering technologies.
Good overview. Well, now let's look at the specific appeal of each Talon model. As Sue already mentioned, value is key, especially with the base Talon trim. It's clear that buyers in this segment tend to be image conscious and are attracted by Talon's new aerodynamic styling, along with its high standard feature content. Talon is a carefully balanced and well thought out package that a recent competitive entry, Saturn SC, will have a hard time duplicating, let alone beating. Okay. Now, Cliff, you're testing the Talon TSI and TSI all-wheel drive. Let's hear how they fit into the market.
Thanks, Chief. Well, first and foremost, Talon TSI adds a significant boost to performance, but it's not just the engine. Virtually every major powertrain and chassis feature is tuned to match on-demand power with remarkable handling characteristics. Now, the styling is equally aggressive, especially with the reskin for 92. Now, Talon TSI's main competitor, the aging Ford Probe GT, really seems dated by comparison, although a new Probe may be released as a 1993 model in mid-92. Now, when it comes to the Talon TSI all-wheel drive model, you'll note the same high-profile styling, but under the good looks, this model offers up the ultimate in Talon performance. With state-of-the-art engineering technology, the all-wheel drive model delivers exceptionally responsive handling over a variety of road surfaces. And the only competitor to come close is Toyota Celica's all-track turbo coupe. However, some people still may recall when Talon TSI all-wheel drive went up against the Porsche 944 with some very impressive results just a couple of years ago. Well, of course, that was then. But for 92, Talon just keeps getting, well, better.
All right, we've run down all the preliminaries. So you know the routine?
But I can't believe the way this Talon handled.
Oh, you were really whizzing it around the track, too.
I couldn't believe it.
Good suspension?
Excellent suspension.
Was it?
Excellent maneuverability.
Yeah?
Okay, let's get settled. We'll be looking at a film on Talon's winning motorsports record in a moment. But first, let's get into this vehicle's competitive situation in the marketplace. Cliff, Sue, you've had time to review the competitive information and come to some conclusions on Talon's advantages in the sporty subcompact marketplace. Sue, douse the lights, please. And if you'll switch on the projector, Cliff. It's clear that a significant restyling across the model line, along with important equipment upgrades, serve as major advantages for Eagle Talon in the 1992 model year. The buying public is naturally attracted to new models, so Talon will be getting a lot of attention from buyers and the automotive press alike. And speaking of automotive press, Eagle Talon was named to Car and Driver's Best Buy list in 1990, and its 10 Best list in 1990 and 1991. In 1990, Talon was named to Automobile Magazine's All-Star list.
The automotive press just can't seem to say enough about Talon. In the 1990 Eagle Challenge Series, 100% of participating journalists preferred Eagle Talon TSI all-wheel drive over the Toyota Celica all-track turbo coupe. 100%. Television journalists on the show Motor Week also recognized Talon by selecting TSI as its top pick for its Best Sports Coupe Award in both 1990 and 1991. But journalists aren't the only ones who prefer Eagle Talon, Chief. In the 1990 New Car Buyers study by Consumer Attitude Research, Eagle Talon was rated higher than both Ford Probe and Honda CRX.
A major Talon customer appeal comes from its excellent warranty coverage. In fact, Eagle provides the longest powertrain and the longest anti-corrosion limited warranties of any vehicle in this class. Now, you've all heard the saying, what wins on Sunday sells on Monday. Well, Talon's motorsports achievements and impressive sales record give a lot of credibility to that old adage. But let's listen to two-time Formula One champ and 1989 Indy 500 winner Emerson Fittipaldi and see what he thinks of Talon.
Like this Talon is a beautiful handling car. I mean, it has four-wheel driven, has a very nice steering wheel, nice grip. I mean, this is a much better car than was a racing car 20 years ago. That's what's very, for me, is very interesting on racing, is the high technology, the new things that we learn on racing. Is a permanent research work that doesn't stop. I mean, that's competition. You have to be better and better every weekend.
In only a few short years, Talon has established an enviable racing record, including wins over a strong Honda Acura team for the 1990 IMSA Drivers and Manufacturers Championships, as well as the IMSA Firehawk and Luck Clutch Challenge Manufacturers Championships. The bottom line is that whenever Talon wins or even finishes a major racing event, its credibility as a true performance vehicle can't help but spill over into the showroom. And motorsports reaches a lot of potential buyers. If you have any doubts about that, just look at all the companies represented by those promotional decals and logos on the cars. Everyone's got a lot at stake when a Talon gets the checkered flag. And when buyers in this segment come into a new car showroom, they want to drive a winner. And with Talon, they will be. Sue, would you turn on the lights, please? And Cliff, turn the projector off. Well, we've certainly heard a lot of information here today. So let's move on now and get right into the various tests.
And in the sporty subcompact segment, styling is a big part of the equation. Talon follows the classic wedge-shaped design that translates not only to a flattering profile, but contributes to excellent aerodynamic properties as well. The lines are smooth and crisp, aero-engineered to pay off handsomely in reduced air resistance. That means better stability and less wind noise. Performance-oriented accents include a power dome hood, polycast sport-style wheel covers, and bright dual exhaust tips. For 1992, all Talon models receive a new fascia treatment in the front with restyled aerodynamic headlights and parking lights. The hood design is freshened across the model line also. Another important change for 92 is the addition of sporty color-keyed lower body side cladding on all Talon models. Talon's rear fascia with integral wake modifier is also redesigned for 92. The new Talon rear treatment features restyled tail lights for an updated look and better illumination. There are a number of other notable changes for the new Talon. The aero-styled exterior power remote-controlled mirrors are now body-colored, replacing the previous blackout treatment. And new for 1992, a body-color rear spoiler is added, for a striking styling statement. While both base Talon and competitor Saturn SC are sporty, contemporary-styled vehicles, Talon has an important advantage in that it offers 3 distinct trim levels, including the TSI all-wheel drive model, where Saturn SC is available in only 1 trim level. That means Talon can appeal to a wider audience. All in all, this Talon line is quite a package.
Remember, objectivity. Although I can see what you mean. Cliff, you're up next.
Overall, the new TSI models offer up a distinctive monochromatic look for 92. Now, along with all the other new for 92 features shared by all Talon models, these new standard front fascia-mounted fog lights are a notable addition, and they're not available on the base models. By comparison, the Ford Probe GT is longer, wider, and taller than Talon TSI, factors contributing to its bulky weight and a weight advantage for TSI of nearly 225 pounds. Now, as you know, extra weight can have a negative impact on performance. The same pattern holds in a TSI all-wheel drive Toyota Celica All-Track Turbo Coupe comparison. The Celica is longer and wider, giving the Talon a weight advantage of nearly 175 pounds.
Well, that's great, Cliff. Thanks. Well, that wraps up our exterior analysis. But before we go any further, let's check the competitor's specifications, all right?
I really didn't know what to think about base Talon before I got inside to take a closer look. Simply put, Talon is loaded, and to call this a base model is really something of a misnomer. Talon base standard features include a sporty 3-spoke steering wheel with tilt column, full gauge instrumentation and warning light display, deluxe variable intermittent wiper washers, a 6-speaker stereo cassette sound system, remote releases for both the lift gate and fuel filler door, as well as a removable cargo tonneau cover. A standard auxiliary lighting array includes an overhead console and helpful illumination at the ignition switch, footwell, cargo area, and glove box. There's even an interior lighting time delay, a feature usually found only on more expensive cars. Now, the interior provides a warm, finished feeling with standard high-back bucket seats with manual recline in the front. They provide plenty of support without sacrificing comfort. And the driver's side includes an adjustable lumbar support feature. In the rear, split folding seat backs are yet another example of equipment not usually found on base models. Full cloth upholstery is featured throughout on all Talon models with a new fabric for 1992. A headlights, park lights on reminder chime is added to complement the revised headlight treatment.
What about safety features, Sue?
Well, safety is an integral part of what buyers in this segment expect, and Talon won't disappoint them. A motorized passive restraint shoulder belt and manual lap belt system is featured in front, with 3-point manual shoulder and lap belts in the rear. Features like the standard multi-function control levers allow drivers access to important functions without taking their eyes off the road or their hands off the wheel. The cockpit layout keeps auxiliary systems like climate control and sound system controls within easy reach. It's a user-friendly environment, engineered to keep the driver's attention focused on driving. Even the shift lever is designed to provide sure grip.
And how does base Talon stack up against Saturn SC in terms of interior roominess?
Well, Saturn SC may be bigger on the outside compared to Talon, but those larger dimensions don't pay off on the interior. Talon offers 15 cubic feet of additional interior volume and superior roominess in all 4 front seat dimension categories, as well as more rear seat legroom.
Okay. Cliff, let's hear your report on the TSI and the TSI all-wheel drive vehicles' interiors.
Well, sir, as you'd expect, the bias is on performance-oriented features. The steering wheel and the shift lever are leather-wrapped, and there's a turbo boost gauge added to the instrument cluster. Of course, there's plenty of options and customer-preferred packages available across the model line. So, whether it's air conditioning, electronic speed control, power windows and door locks, or an advanced compact disc sound system, buyers are able to equip their Talon models to fit their individual preferences. Talon TSI all-wheel drive and Celica all-track turbo are both well-equipped vehicles, but Talon offers several advantages. As Sue noted, every Talon includes a full auxiliary lighting array, but the top-of-the-line all-track doesn't offer ignition key cylinder lighting, an overhead console, or an interior illumination off-delay feature. And where Celica all-track is longer and wider on the outside, Talon TSI all-wheel drive offers superior roominess dimensions in all of the front seat categories and in 2 of 4 rear seat categories.
Good reports. I can see you did some digging. All right, there's still plenty of data to review here, so let's input all this and then we can get back to our other testing. Well, one look at you coming in from the test track, and I could see that objectivity and scientific detachment went right out the window. But don't worry, it happens to the best of us.
Boy, you can say that again. I put the base Talon through its paces on the test track, and to say that I was impressed is definitely an understatement. Both base Talon and Saturn SC have 4-cylinder power plants under the hood. Both are dual overhead cam designs with multi-point fuel injection. But Talon's 135 horsepower, 2.0-liter engine is slightly larger than the 1.9-liter on Saturn SC. And that seemingly small difference helps Talon outperform SC with 11 more horsepower and 3 more pounds-feet of torque. All Talon engines are matched to a standard 5-speed overdrive manual transaxle, providing excellent shift feel and impressive fuel economy, especially at cruising speeds. To help prevent starting the vehicle while the gears are engaged, a clutch ignition interlock is featured. It requires that the clutch be fully depressed before the engine can be started.
How about an automatic?
Personally, I prefer the control a manual gearbox gives me when I'm on the test track. But Talon's available 4-speed automatic transaxle design impressed me. It includes a power economy switch, which lets the driver select the mode that best matches driving conditions. There's also a switch that enables the driver to lock out the overdrive for stop-and-go city driving. Plus, there's a safety interlock feature that requires the driver to depress the brake pedal in order to engage the shift lever out of park. And all Talon buyers can select their personal preference because the 4-speed automatic is offered across the model line. What really impressed me was Talon's power-assisted 4-wheel disc brakes. Providing smooth, sure stopping power, they're standard across the model line. With so many models like Saturn SC, using a conventional front disc rear drum layout, Talon is sure to turn the heads of safety-minded buyers. A lot of Talon buyers will be interested in equipping Talon with a 4-wheel disc anti-lock brake system, available across the model line. I know that on paper, ABS provides greater steering control over conventional braking systems, even in panic stop situations. But this was the first time I ever had to put that knowledge to the test. The way Talon handled that slick course, even though I was standing on the brakes, was nothing less than amazing. An onboard computer and one sensor at each wheel work together to monitor wheel lock when braking. If the system detects that lockup at any of the 4 wheels is imminent, the disc brakes are applied at a rapid pulse to provide steering control and sure stopping power. Talon delivers excellent handling characteristics. All models feature standard quick ratio 15.8:1 power-assisted rack and pinion steering. Now that's faster than Saturn SC. And Talon also provides a 1.6-foot tighter turning diameter for better maneuverability in tight situations. With a wide front track, Talon also includes a special performance-tuned suspension for firm, agile, and decisive handling. The front features McPherson-type struts and stabilizer bar, complemented by a rear 3-link trailing arm and inverted U-section beam axle, coil springs, and an integral stabilizer bar to flatten out the corners. Saturn SC does offer a comparable suspension, but while base Talon includes a standard performance-tuned exhaust and 16-inch performance-rated tires, Saturn SC does not offer either of these features.
Excellent insight, Sue. All right, Cliff, let's hear how you fared with the TSI and the TSI all-wheel drive Talon models.
Wow, sir, these cars really leave you breathless. I mean, the combination of on-demand power and decisive handling puts these models in a class by themselves. The Talon TSI packs a standard 2-liter 16-valve engine with dual overhead cams, MPI, and an intercooled turbocharger system for 195 horsepower and 203 pounds-feet of torque. Talon TSI's turbo engine delivers a clear advantage over Probe GT's 2.2-liter 12-valve single overhead cam SMPI turbo power plant, 50 extra horsepower and 13 more pounds-feet of torque to be exact. Now, when the 2-liter engine is paired with the available 4-speed automatic transaxle, the output is still a respectable 180 horsepower, well above Probe GT's.
It was clear from my turn behind the wheel of the Probe that Ford really falls short of the standard set by Talon. For example, Talon TSI is nearly 225 pounds lighter than Probe GT, so that Probe horsepower deficit just gets exaggerated even more in terms of the horsepower to weight ratio. And Talon TSI offers a quicker steering ratio and a tighter turning diameter than Probe GT.
Well, that's right, Chief. Talon TSI's standard performance suspension tends to be more responsive in comparison to the Probes. The solid double ball joint link front sway bar and performance-tuned rear shocks really give you a good feel of the road. Matched to the 16-inch speed-rated all-season performance tires at all 4 corners, this Talon TSI is not all that different from the racing variety. Now, when it comes to performance, both on or off the track, the Talon TSI all-wheel drive is clearly the ultimate. Providing sure-footed traction over a variety of road surfaces, this system all but eliminates tire slippage by automatically distributing torque to the wheels that can provide the greatest road adhesion. The system utilizes a center-mounted viscous coupling and a limited-slip rear differential that's always engaged, always ready when wet, icy, loosely packed road conditions are encountered. Now, a fully independent enthusiast suspension is standard on Talon TSI all-wheel drive. It includes upgraded springs, shocks, stabilizer bars, and a rear double wishbone design. While Toyota Celica All-Track Turbo Coupe may feature a comparable all-wheel drive and suspension design, Talon TSI all-wheel drive has several important advantages to offer. Now, as we've already seen, Talon TSI's standard turbocharged power plant delivers an impressive 195 horsepower and 203 pounds-feet of torque. And while it may seem that Celica All-Track edges out Talon TSI all-wheel drive with 5 extra horsepower coming from its standard 2-liter 16-valve dual overhead cam turbo engine, Talon's standard 16-valve 2-liter turbo engine counters with 3 more pounds-feet of torque. An even exchange, you might think. But when you figure in Toyota Celica All-Track Turbo Coupe's weight disadvantage of nearly 175 pounds, Talon TSI all-wheel drive offers clear superiority in both horsepower and torque-to-weight ratio. And Talon TSI also includes multi-point electronic fuel injection, which provides cleaner and more precise combustion than Celica's single-throttle body system. And Talon TSI all-wheel drive also offers a quicker steering ratio and a tighter turning diameter than Celica for better overall maneuverability.
Well, it looks like we've all given up on trying to remain objective about these Talon models. Well, even so, the facts speak for themselves. Let's go run some more tests.
The 2-liter dual overhead cam 16-valve MPI 4-cylinder engine delivers excellent power and performance. High power output is derived from the cross-flow head design, featuring 4 valves per cylinder, while dual overhead cams allow maximum cylinder head efficiency. Twin balance shafts help ensure smooth performance, as noise and vibration are reduced. Responsive fuel metering is provided by the multi-point fuel injection system. It all adds up to the performance output of a full 135 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 125 pounds-feet of torque at 5,000 RPM. The intercooled, turbocharged 2-liter dual overhead cam 16-valve MPI 4-cylinder engine delivers amazing power for its size. This high power output begins with a cross-flow head design featuring 4 valves per cylinder, while dual overhead cams allow maximum cylinder head efficiency. The low inertia turbocharger provides quick throttle response. Special wide-range fuel injectors precisely feed each cylinder, while premium alloy pistons help ensure durability. An intercooler allows a denser fuel-air mixture to be burned for optimum output. This intercooled turbocharged 2-liter engine delivers 195 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 203 pounds-feet of torque at 3,000 RPM. Impressive performance is assured whenever the driver demands it. The all-wheel drive system requires no driver action to engage and offers outstanding traction and increased road adhesion. A planetary gear-type center differential with a viscous coupling distributes power to both the front and rear wheels. The viscous coupling consists of 2 sets of plates that are mated to a 2-part shaft assembly. The plates are separated by a special silicon oil. When the front or rear wheels begin to turn at a faster rate, the corresponding set of plates also moves at a higher speed, increasing heat due to friction. The heat causes the silicon oil to thicken, exerting force on the slower moving plates to even out the speed difference. All-wheel drive not only delivers superb traction on wet or slippery surfaces, it also improves handling in cornering or avoiding obstacles.